We truly are a blue planet, with around 71% of the Earth's surface being covered by water, with oceans holding around 97% of this. The protection of marine resources from human activity is vital, and Goal 14 of the Sustainable Development Goals aims to conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources. The development of SDG 14 was pivotal in changing the way conservation of the oceans and marine environment was managed. Despite criticism for its focus on environmental considerations, rather than integrating these with socio-economic considerations. Previously, the importance allocated by the Millennium Development Goals to the conservation and sustainable use of marine resources was marginal. This film will focus on three key areas affecting our oceans: marine pollution, ocean acidification, and the importance and role of fisheries.
Water pollution is defined by the addition of something to the water that alters its chemical composition, temperature, or microbial composition to such an extent that harm occurs to resident organisms or to humans. Two main reasons for the increase in water pollution in recent years is firstly the ever-increasing human population, also the growing process of industrialisation and development, especially along coastlines. In more than 50% of estimated cases in which water quality goals are not achieved, diffuse pollution is cited as the main cause. Subsurface migration, fertiliser runoff from farms, stormwater from streets and other forms of diffuse pollution are now recognised as having serious environmental consequences. Persistent organic pollutants have continued to be the greatest environmental concerns. Agriculture is also a big sector in which pollutants come from, with several million tonnes of chemicals and fertilisers being used for it globally. A recent story has been of the big ocean cleanup happening globally. Founded in 2013, it uses the ocean currents to catch the ocean debris and collect it against the cleanup systems, where it is collected and recycled at a later stage.
Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the oceans have absorbed around 1/3 of anthropogenic carbon dioxide emissions from the atmosphere. This has led to a decrease in ocean pH, altering ocean chemistry and posing a threat to many marine species. Over the past 300 years, ocean pH has averaged at around 8.2. Today, it is around 0.1 units lower, which represents a 25% increase in acidity. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change predicts that ocean pH will decrease by another 0.3 to 0.4 units by the year 2100. Coral reef degradation is a main concern of ocean acidification, as corals require carbonate ions to grow. As ocean pH decreases, so does the concentration of carbonate ions in the seawater, creating weaker coral skeletons, causing slower growth rates and resulting in mass bleaching events. Coral reefs are important ecosystems, providing a vast range of functions both to the biotic community and to humans. They are the most diverse marine ecosystems, supporting thousands of marine species. For humans, they provide many ecosystem services, such as recreational opportunities, aesthetic and cultural benefits, and coastal protection.
The world's oceans represent the greatest food resource for humankind, with more than 3 billion people relying directly on them as their primary source of protein. This gigantic demand for fish powers an industry that employs some 200 million people and ensures the livelihoods of 10 to 12% of the world's population. Over the last century, ocean fisheries have been managed as an inexhaustible resource. Today, the world suffers the consequences of this decision. The world's fishing stocks are currently under great pressure. 29% are considered overfished, and another 61% are fully exploited. Overfishing not only affects the ecological balance of the marine environment, it also has dramatic social-economic impacts on the coastal communities and will present a great challenge for global food security. Managing global fisheries in a sustainable way has therefore become vital for the protection of the world's oceans, as well as ensuring human well-being. This could be achieved by prosecuting illegal, unreported, and destructive fishing practices, ensuring the implementation of science-based management plans, eliminating subsidies for industrial fishing, and promoting small-scale artisanal fishing.
There have been many success stories since the introduction of SDG 14. India have completely redesigned their fishery management programme. The government have worked in partnership with local people to limit the amount of bycatch. This has led to the development of a healthier ecosystem, meaning that once rare species have been able to flourish. The number of olive brindley turtles nesting areas has increased fivefold in just 2 years. Increasing the autonomy of nations that rely on the oceans to generate income allows local workers to gain greater percentages of profit made from coastal activities. Economic growth has particularly come from a focus on ecotourism, conservation and water sports. The ocean also has huge social, cultural and religious importance for many indigenous populations. If the oceanic landscape were to be damaged, these traditional practices could diminish. In the future, a more sensitive form of environmental and marine management will be enforced. This will aim to increase Western knowledge of cultural practices. This video has hopefully outlined the importance of life below water as a source of food, a source of employment and a source of culture. With growing public awareness of climate change issues and global initiatives such as the Sustainable Development Goals, improving the world's water quality could be achievable by 2050.